Beginning something new is always something that just really shakes your nerves, but let me tell you, the results down the line will definitely amaze you. Hey, I'm Kamisha. Welcome to my channel, and I'm so happy to have you here. Today's tutorial, we are diving into the decorating of a first Holy Communion celebration cake, and I'm doing a 3-layer cake. I've already stacked the cake and crumb coated, so do not skip that step whenever you're decorating your cakes. And I'm just securing this cake now with at least 2 dowels just to make sure that nothing slides away at any point in time. So security is super important whenever you are really stacking up cakes. Make sure that you secure them with a dowel or 2 or 3 or 4. Before I dive further into some more talk about cake, I just want to quickly give you a little bit of history about who I am so that you feel completely safe here. Hi, once again, I'm Kamisha, and I started my entrepreneurship journey in 2019, 5 years ago, as a cake decorator. Bear in mind, when I began, I had absolutely no experience, so everything that you see here is me being self-taught, right? Oh, amazing, right? So as mentioned, I started 5 years ago, and I absolutely love to encourage people to pursue their dreams if they want to be an entrepreneur, or even if they want to work a full-time job and have businesses on the side. I fully support that. As a mom, I have learned through experience that it's very important for us not to just rely on one source of income. If we really want to try and live our best life, we have to broaden our opportunities, really work with what we have, and also make sure that we make use of what we are great at. So right here is me just demonstrating to you one of my many talents, one of my strong talents, I should say. And also, if you go through my videos on my channel, you will see that I have done a lot of growing over the years, and I have simply just not given up. My work has become better and better and better. I have gained the trust of so many more customers over the time, and there has been a lot of sacrifices made, but guess what? I am so much more happier that I took the risk, took the chance in making a bet on myself and starting my own business. Alrighty, so now that I've shared that about myself, let's talk cake. So today's cake is a Holy Communion cake, first Holy Communion celebration cake. And I was absolutely excited when my returning client decided that she wanted me to execute this for her. So as mentioned, this is 3 layers of cake. It is vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate with caramel filling and a American vanilla buttercream. I did 2 tones for this because this is what she requested, and with the design concept that she sent me, I just decided that I was of course going to just kind of slightly recreate it. That way she gets a bit of what she wanted, but with my twist on it for sure. So if you would love to know how to make a really stable and delicious, not too sweet buttercream, I have a video here on my channel. Please go ahead and watch it. Trust me when I tell you that this can definitely help to change your cake game if you are a beginner, or even if you are a pro and you're open to maybe trying a different buttercream. Trust me, try my recipe. Watch the video here, the recipe is there, and the full tutorial is there for you to take advantage of. So whenever I'm working with buttercream, my 2 tools of choice for sure is my offset spatula and my scraper. These 2 tools are definitely a must, and you also have to have lots of patience to be able to just really get that buttercream nice and smooth into the perfection that I know you can get it. It took me a while to get there, but trust me when I tell you, it is possible. Here are 2 tips for whenever you are working on smoothing out your buttercream. 1, make sure that you lightly press your scraper against the cake and use your next hand to rotate the cake as you hold the scraper in your hand. Just continue to do that process until it is as smooth as possible. Another tip is that you can always dip your scraper into some hot water and wipe off the excess water, and then run that on the cake. run that to smooth the cake. One, it helps to eliminate bubbles, air bubbles that are possibly there. And two, it gives it a nice glossy finish and really helps to smooth the heat from the scraper, helps to smooth that buttercream, which is pretty much next to almost melting it, but it's smoothing it. Just trust me. The next tip is to have patience. Have patience to know that you will be able to master getting exceptionally smooth buttercream, but you have to apply patience, and you also have to just make sure that you consistently practice. And that's not practice on people's cake, but make sure that you do put in the time to practice getting a really nice smooth buttercream. If you know that the customer is open to you recreating the design that you agreed upon, another idea or another tip is where you can always just add texture to the buttercream. That way you're not pressured to have to get a smooth finish on this particular project. So as much as you see me smoothing this cake out, guess what? I'm actually going to add a pattern to it. But for some reason, I always just try my best to make sure that the foundation of things are done to the very, very best and not shortcut stuff, because I know that, okay, I'm going to go and do an overlay. So it's also more of it for me. Caking is just so, it's much deeper than just decorating cakes. It's really about patience. It's about practice. It's about consistently. It's about growth. It's about always seeing where there's opportunity for you to be better. So as mentioned earlier, even though I smooth the buttercream out really well, I'm still going over with a scrape, as I'm demonstrating here for you. So this is once again an easy way for you to just add texture to your cake if your buttercream is giving you a bit of issues to get it nice and smooth. If I was to be totally truthful, like, being a cake decorator has taught me more about life than just simply cake. It has really taught me to have patience, to, keep going, always be willing to push yourself, always be willing to, come out of any bubble that you see yourself being in. So it has really helped me to master a whole lot more mentally than I ever thought it would. Making sacrifices are definitely going to be something you are going to get very familiar with if you are an entrepreneur, or if you are aspiring to be an entrepreneur in whatever you are great at. And trust me, it will be hard for you to make those sacrifices, but along the way, when you start to bear fruit from those sacrifices, it will make it so much easier for you to realize, like, okay, if this is kind of holding me back, I'm willing to just let go of this so that I can get further ahead in where I want to be. As you can hear and see by now, my channel is not just about showing you how to decorate your cakes beautifully. It's also to really help us to uplift our mindsets mentally, positively, and I want this for sure to be a safe space for you to feel encouraged, for you to know that there is hope, for you to know that whatever you are going through, that you are not the first and you won't be the last, but there's many of us out here who share the same beliefs as you do. So this is definitely an outlet for you to come to and to look for advice, to look for encouragement if you ever feel down or ever feel like, what in the world am I doing? Because trust me, you will feel like that eventually, but you have to exercise that muscle of knowing how to pick yourself up and dust yourself off and be like, I'm not going to stop trying. Okay? So you got this. Trust me when I tell you that you got this. So this decorative item that you see me struggling here to figure out where I should position it is rice paper sails. I made these for the very first time. This is the first time that I made these, and I'm using on this cake. So when I tell you that this cake design really was a big deal for me, I really mean that. I have been stepping out of my bubble and trying to use other decorative items, ones that I can potentially create. I also want to start working on like my flower making techniques. So like I said, I am pushing the boundaries. I don't want to feel comfortable. Whenever I feel comfortable, I know, okay, it's time for me to just push myself a little bit more and kind of get out of that zone, because I'm not going to grow there. The cross that you saw me place on this cake was actually custom made by a creator named Annie. Her Instagram, I think, is Creations by Anne, and that's Creacion. She's Spanish. She's amazing. Her work is incredible. So instead of using fondant, most times I have custom made toppers created. This helps me to save on time, and it also helps me to collaborate with someone else and help them as well to make money. So boom, there you go. As a home baker, I've tried my best to just find many ways to be innovative, to keep being creative, to see who and how I can collaborate, and most importantly, to make sure that everything that I put out is really to the very best of my ability and something that I am exceptionally proud for other people to not only see but to also enjoy. Because there's a huge misconception about cake that, there's no great cake. And trust me when I tell you, all of my cakes are absolutely moist and delicious. They may be very pretty, and I love that, but most importantly, I deliver when I tell you on a cake being not too sweet, moist, and delicious. We are almost to the end of this decorating video of this first Holy Communion cake, and as you can see, it's coming together beautifully. I want to just encourage you to watch my next video. I have many other videos here on my channel that I know you can reside well with and also learn from. Thanks again for watching, and I truly appreciate you. See you in the next video.